Hello again from the open road. This is David. I want to talk tonight a little bit about this war in Iraq. Yeah, I'm going a little more political than what I normally go, but bear with me for a few moments. I was asked a question the other day concerning the NAFTA superhighway, and that kind of got me into a national and political frame of mind. And I was listening to the news tonight, and just like every night, it's all over the Iraq and Iran and Syria and everything that's going on over in the Middle East. An area that, according to one survey, something like 40% of Americans can't find on a map. One of the big things that keeps getting thrown around, kind of like a billy club, is that it's all over oil. And of course the Republicans deny it, and the Democrats are all about it. It's all about the oil. It's just about the oil. Now, I'm a Republicrat, I guess. I'm liberal on some ideas and I'm conservative on others. But I don't see a problem with it being about the oil. And I don't see why the Republicans are having a problem with it being all about the oil. Let's think about oil for a moment. We live in an industrial society. Without oil, our industry collapses overnight. I'm a truck driver. I drive truck for a living. And do you know how much oil goes into driving a truck? Think about it. Every other day to every third day, I have to refill my fuel tanks. I hold in this truck 300 gallons of fuel. Where does fuel come from? Oil. What happens without fuel? Trucks don't move. What happens without trucks moving? Our nation collapses. You can't go to the store and get food. You can't go to the store and get clothing. You can't go to the hospital and get medical care because they couldn't get the equipment. You can't go to the pharmacy and get your medications because your car doesn't have fuel either. All of our fuel comes from oil. Now, the Arabic nations, the Muslim nations, only provide something like 25% of our oil, or maybe even less than that. It may be down as low as 14%. But the other countries that we get oil from seem to be moving more toward communistic governments, or socialistic governments, or dictatorships. And when all of the oil is controlled by would-be dictators, or by people that want to kill us, who want our nation to fail, if they control the oil, what happens to our nation? What happens to all of Western civilization if the people that want to destroy Western civilization control the lifeblood of our societies? There are two things that make our industrial society go around, that make it work. And money ain't one of them, friends. Money ain't one of them. The two things that make an industrial society function are oil and people. That's our blood and our air of an industrial civilization. Oil and people. Now, you take away the oil, you got all the people you need. But you can't do anything because none of the equipment will work. Yeah, I hear some of you out there already saying, but there's biodiesel. There's not enough of it, nor will there be enough of it to replace the amount of diesel, and there is, as far as I know, no bio unleaded. or bioregular or bio anything else other than biodiesel. And there's not enough of it to go around. Not right now. Not if every single truck in the United States converted to biodiesel tomorrow, there's not enough of it. They're not producing enough and they can't. And not only that, but when you're talking about the trucking industry, we absolutely have to look at our bottom line. Because if I can't make enough money to feed my family, then I can't pay the cost of the higher priced biodiesel. And yes, biodiesel is more expensive than regular diesel, than diesel number 2. I remember the last time that I was at a fueling station, a truck center, a truck stop, that offered biodiesel, it was something like 30% more expensive. Now let's just take imaginary numbers. $1 a gallon, okay? If regular number 2 highway diesel is $1 a gallon, 30% more of that is $1.30 a gallon. And when you go to fill up your car once or twice a week, if you had to choose between $1 a gallon or $1.30 a gallon, and you knew that that $1.30 a gallon was going to help the environment, it was going to help the economy, you'd probably do it. Because if you put, let's just say that you have a 10-gallon gas tank, you put $10 worth or $13 worth of gas into your car. Not much of a big difference. It's not going to kill you. But when you move that up to the levels of fuel that a truck uses, we're not talking $1 or $2 or $3 in difference per fuel up. We're talking $300 difference per fuel up. $300, I have to go with the regular diesel. If I owned this truck, there would be no way I could fill up with biodiesel, not and still be able to pay my rent, not and still be able to put food on the table. So we have to have the oil. Absolutely have to, or our society collapses, which is what they want. And there's an old saying. It's called the golden rule, actually, and it's not biblical. It's the golden rule. He who has the gold makes the rule. Right now in this world, oil is the gold. We have to control the oil. The free nations of this world, the democratic, or at least republic nations, and I'm not talking like the Republic of China or whatever they're called, because China, we all know, is not a republic. It's a communist dictatorship. But those that are truly free nations, I'm going to only name 3 of them. I know there's a lot more. England, the United States, and Australia, right now, are the freest nations in the world. Canada, right in pretty close, although they have some socialist things to their nation at the moment. And I hope they get rid of them. But without the oil, Western civilization as we know it ceases to exist. That's all I have to say about the war in Iraq. It is about the oil. We need to understand it's about the oil, and we need to control the oil. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. From the open road, this is David. Have a good day.